was stunned when Kelly Clarkson suddenly revealed a shocking secret about her rise to fame, a secret tied to one of the biggest television shows in history, American Idol. For more than 2 decades, fans believed the story they were told in 2002. A young singer from Texas wins the first season of a groundbreaking talent competition and walks away with $1 million prize and a brand new car. It was the perfect Cinderella story, the kind of moment television thrives on. But now, 24 years later, Clarkson is pulling back the curtain and saying that the reality behind that prize was very different from what millions of viewers believed. The revelation came during a surprising moment on The Kelly Clarkson Show, where the Grammy-winning singer was chatting with reality star Rob Rausch, the recent winner of the Traitors. What started as a lighthearted conversation about prize money quickly turned into a jaw-dropping confession. Clarkson joked about how exciting it must be for Rausch to actually receive his winnings. Then, with a laugh that carried more truth than humor, she warned him to make sure the money actually arrives. That's when she dropped the bombshell. According to Clarkson, the prizes she was promised after winning American Idol never truly materialized the way fans imagined. Clarkson began reflecting on her experience in the very first season of the iconic competition series. Back in 2002, millions of viewers tuned in as the show crowned its first champion. When the announcement came that Kelly Clarkson had won, it felt like television history in the making. She instantly became a household name, launching a career that would eventually include multiple Grammy Awards, chart-topping hits, and one of the most beloved talk shows on daytime television. At the time, audiences believed the victory came with life-changing rewards, specifically a massive cash prize of $1 million and a shiny new car. But Clarkson now says the reality was far less glamorous. According to her, the $1 million prize that viewers heard about wasn't exactly a check handed directly to the winner. Instead, she explained that the money was more like an investment package designed to fund her career. In other words, the prize money was tied to contracts, expenses, and industry costs related to launching her music career. For fans who imagined the young singer walking away with $1 million in her bank account, Clarkson's explanation changes the entire narrative of what winning the show actually meant. During the conversation, Clarkson described how strange it felt realizing that the prize wasn't what she expected. The revelation has sparked renewed discussion among longtime fans who remember the early days of American Idol as one of the most exciting eras in television. At the time, the show promised to transform ordinary people into superstars overnight, and for Clarkson, it certainly did in terms of fame and opportunity. But her comments suggest the financial rewards may have been more complicated than viewers realized, and the surprises didn't stop there. Clarkson also revealed another moment from that era that left her stunned. One of the prizes frequently mentioned during the show's early seasons was a brand new car for the winner. For Clarkson, that promise meant a lot. She explained that at the time, she genuinely needed a vehicle. Her own car had been damaged and she couldn't afford the deductible required to repair it. So when the show talked about awarding the winner a new car, she assumed it would be a practical reward she could rely on. But according to Clarkson, that car never arrived. Instead, something happened that she still finds unbelievable even today. The following season of American Idol featured another breakout star, Aiken, who finished as the runner-up but quickly became one of the most popular contestants the show had ever produced. Clarkson says she later discovered that Aiken received a car, and even more surprising, his mother reportedly got one as well. For Clarkson, the news left her stunned. She recalled learning about the situation when Aiken mentioned it to her during the second season of the show. In her typical humorous style, Clarkson joked that hearing about it made her want to kick him in frustration, though she clearly meant it as a playful expression of disbelief. Still, the story highlights how different the prize experiences seem to be for contestants in different seasons. The moment has now become one of those behind-the-scenes anecdotes that fans can't stop talking about. For years, Clarkson has been known for her honesty and humor, often sharing personal stories about the highs and lows of her career. But this particular revelation struck a chord because it challenges a long-held belief about one of the most famous reality television victories ever. Clarkson went on to reflect on how prize systems for reality shows could be improved. She suggested that if a show evolves over time and the rewards become bigger or better in later seasons, the original winners should perhaps receive those upgrades as well. In her view, the pioneers who helped launch a show deserve to benefit from the success that follows. It's an interesting point, especially when you consider how massively successful American Idol eventually became. The show dominated television ratings for years and produced a long list of stars who went on to achieve incredible success in the music industry. Contestants like Carrie Underwood, Jennifer Hudson, and Adam Lambert all built huge careers after appearing on the series. Yet, Clarkson was the very first winner, the person who helped prove the show's concept could work. Looking back now, Clarkson's comments revealed just how unpredictable those early days were. When she auditioned for American Idol, no one could have predicted how massive the show would become. It was an experiment, a brand new format that brought together singers from across the country and let viewers vote for their favorites. For Clarkson, the experience was thrilling and overwhelming. Overnight, she went from being a relatively unknown performer to one of the most recognizable voices in pop music. Despite the confusion surrounding the prizes, Clarkson's career success is undeniable. Her debut single, A Moment Like This, became a massive hit, and her first album quickly established her as one of the most exciting new artists of the early 2000s. Over the years, she has reinvented herself multiple times, moving from pop rock anthems to emotional ballads, and eventually becoming a respected television personality. Today, Clarkson's influence extends far beyond music. The Kelly Clarkson Show has become a fan-favorite daytime program, known for its heartfelt interviews, powerful musical performances, and Clarkson's signature authenticity. That authenticity is exactly what made her recent comments about American Idol so compelling. She wasn't attacking the show or expressing bitterness. She was simply sharing a story that many people had never heard before. The conversation with Rob Rausch also served as a reminder of how reality television has changed over the years. Shows like the Traitors now openly advertise large cash prizes, and winners often receive them in straightforward payments. Clarkson's playful warning to Rausch, telling him to make sure he actually gets his money, was both funny and revealing. Fans online quickly reacted to the clip from the Kelly Clarkson Show, with many expressing shock at the story. Some viewers admitted they had always assumed the million-dollar prize was exactly what it sounded like. Others pointed out that Clarkson's career ultimately became far more valuable than any single prize could have been. Industry insiders have also weighed in, explaining that reality show prizes often come with complex contractual arrangements. Sometimes the money is paid out over time, sometimes it's tied to record deals or sponsorships, and sometimes it's structured as a business investment rather than direct income. Clarkson's experience may have been one of the earliest examples of how these deals work behind the scenes. Still, the story resonates because it humanizes one of the most famous success stories in entertainment history. Fans tend to see Clarkson as the ultimate reality show winner, the person who turned a TV competition into a lifelong career. Hearing her talk about the confusion surrounding her prizes reminds viewers that even the biggest stars once navigated uncertain beginnings. Clarkson herself seems to view the situation with humor rather than resentment. Over the years, she has built a reputation for being refreshingly honest about her journey, including the challenges she faced in the music industry. Whether she's talking about record label struggles, personal growth, or funny behind-the-scenes moments, she rarely holds back. And that honesty is exactly why fans continue to connect with her. As the conversation on the Kelly Clarkson Show wrapped up, Clarkson returned to her playful tone, joking with Rob Rausch about keeping an eye on his prize money. The moment perfectly captured the spirit of the entire exchange, part comedy, part revelation, and part nostalgic look back at the early days of reality television. In the end, Clarkson's story isn't really about a missing car or a misunderstood million-dollar prize. It's about how far she has come since that unforgettable night in 2002 when she stood on the American Idol stage and heard her name announced as the winner. At that moment, no one knew what the future would hold. Today, however, one thing is clear. Even without those prizes arriving exactly as promised, Kelly Clarkson built a career that far exceeds anything a reality show could have offered.